I first heard the name X Ambassadors when I was 13. I was at one of my lowest points. I was constantly overwhelmed with thoughts of harming myself and just not wanting to be here anymore, which looking back on it now is terrifying to think that I was that low at such a young age. I noticed there was a show a few hours from me at a bar in Kalamazoo. Tickets were like $10. There was an online contest I signed up for, and you watch the band's videos and listen to their music to get entries. The prizes were like, first place was dinner with the band, second place was sound check, third place was a meet and greet. I think I ended up in third place, and I convinced my mom, who doesn't drive on highways or freeways, to drive me to the show. I had to beg the owner to let me go because I was barely 14 at the time, and the show was 21. So a 2-hour trip turned into almost an 8-hour trip driving across the state down side roads. Our car actually broke down, and that added an extra 2 hours to that. So I missed my scheduled meet and greet, was crying in the bushes on the side of the road in the middle of nowhere. Eventually we got to the venue, and the owner invited us in for sound checks. At that point, I was already in tears, and on top of that, I have an anxiety disorder, so I was completely flipping out. As soon as I got in that bar and the first song of that sound check started, I lost it. I just broke down and was pretty much in hysterics. That was the first show I was at that I was in the front row, and I felt so small compared to all these adults holding beers around me. I remember hiding in sweaters and hoodies for years because of the scars on my arms I was so ashamed of. It would be 100 degrees, and I would be in these thick sweaters. At that show, I felt so loved and so cared for by you guys. I took my jacket off for the first time in years, and I knew everyone around me was staring and watching me cry, and I knew I had just told everyone in that bar how screwed up I was just by taking that jacket off. But that moment was really the first step towards recovery for me. Gorgeous was a song that instantly was one of my favorites, and it made me feel so positive about myself and made me feel like it was my song to you as a band. You helped me feel comfortable in my own skin, even when I never thought I could be. It's one of my absolute favorites live, and getting to sing Sam's little run part at the beginning and knowing it by heart is so funny to me. The song really has given me so much confidence, and I know that these shows, I look like a complete wreck, just singing and dancing like crazy, but that song kind of tells me it's okay to do that. It's okay to be crazy at these shows, and it's okay to be myself. Cayuga Sound is my 21st X Ambassadors show, believe it or not. And the reason I keep going over and over to the same shows is because I really feel at home and I feel safe there. You guys are my family, and Gorgeous is my anthem. Thank you for everything you guys have done for me over the years. If my 13-year-old self with long blue hair could see where I am now, they'd be so incredibly proud of me. So thank you so, so much. You know who you are.